Hello there guys and girls, this is ThePrussianPrince with another Rome 2 tournament match, and this is Blues tournament, round 1. It's just the best of 1 basically. I'm playing as Arvirni against the Lucids on BAM Citadel. My opponent is Gimmetoro. Basically, I think that this matchup really favors Arvirni a lot, and I picked Arvirni after he picked Seleucid and the map, I believe, because he is. There are some interesting rules for this tournament organized by Blue. For instance, you can bring up to 2 special units, and special units are elephants and chariots. So that is an interesting thing, and I thought he would bring 2 elephants or chariots, but apparently he didn't. Not quite sure why. The other thing is you can bring max 8 of the same unit type, which means I mean, basically the rule is there to prevent sword spams. But here's the problem with that. Thanks to that rule, it's basically, how should I put it? I mean, it basically disallows 8 of other unit types as well besides swords. So why is it not just like max 8 swords or max 8 melee infantry or something of that sort? I don't understand. But anyway, let's go back to the game. Gimmetoro is more of a newer player, I should say, to the competitive scene. I think this is his first tournament battle. Now, I'm gonna go over my build. I would say it's a pretty safe build against the Lucids. Got up front 5 Levy Freemen, in the back 3 Spear Warriors. That is a lot of spears that I have, basically. 6 Chosen Swords. They should be able to take care of any melee infantry that Seleucids can bring. Normally they don't bring too crazy things. Then I have a lot of heavy horse. Basically 5 heavy horse and a noble horse general. He is commander. This noble horse general will do really well against his swords, and also the minion cav, of course, which he seems to have, and it will be very nice overall, I suppose, against Seleucid, and good against chariots. That is also important. Now, for his build, well, first I am going to say that he has actually a downhill advantage, unless he goes like over here. This is when I would have this is where I'd have my own downhill advantage, but I don't think he's going to go up that far. Anyway, he has 1 skirmisher cavalry unit, so that is an interesting choice. Then we see 2 minion cav. Actually, make that, yeah, 2 minion cav, a Hellenic Cataphract, and a Hellenic Cataphract general. He is a strategist. A good choice by him. Up front, we see 3 Persian light archers. Behind those, you can see 4 Persian hoplites with 2 hillmen supporting. Then on each flank, 1 through a spear. And we also have 4 thorax swordsmen apparently, so pretty beefy infantry corps for Seleucid. You don't really see this too often, I suppose. Again, very surprised that he did bring elephants or chariots. I think that without elephants and chariots, like, Seleucid can't really deal with Arvirni. But we will see. We will see if he can do it. Because right now I'm just screening off my forces with Levy Freeman. I'm feeling pretty confident at this point with my safe pick, and like me just setting out the Levy Freeman and be able to make sure that his skirmisher cavalry can't really do damage to my units. He's getting some nice shots into the right side, which is the unshielded side of my Levy Freeman. I'm alright with this. Here he is wasting shots though. I mean, even though this is the unshielded side, it's still Levy Freeman. It's really cheap, and I've spread it out so far that it doesn't really matter. He's making a huge mistake though here, which is, well, actually he's making 2 mistakes. The first mistake is that he's firing at the Levy Freeman frontally. My Levy Freemen are super wide. They're super cheap, so I don't know why he would do that. The second mistake he made is that he used Whistling Shot. And I don't know why he'd use Whistling Shot. I guess he wants to rout the Levy Freemen off the field. But you can't really do that unless, like, you kill the barbarian general, or you get some nice cav charges in, or you do a lot of damage to the Levy Freeman beforehand or something. But basically, these are 2 Levy Freemen, which he tried using Whistling Shot on, so definitely not worth it. Here it's a good move by him. He's actually going to try and get some shots off with the Skirmisher Cavalry onto my Heavy Horse. And he doesn't really hit the Heavy Horse, I think, though. They just kind of hit the side. Here he wastes more volleys on the Levy Freeman. Didn't kill anything. I think my levies actually dodged that. And some shots by the Persian Light Archers, again, will be wasted, as you can see here. I pulled my Heavy Horse back just in time. These... I don't think he actually hit anything. Maybe a few of the Chosens, but I don't think he even hit Chosen, so... Like, 2 full volleys of, like, Persian Light Archers. Of these 3 Persian Light Archers not doing anything. Again, he's trying to send his Skirmisher Cavalry here, but I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna move my Heavy Horse forward. Gonna send my Spear Warriors in the back. At this point, again, I'm still feeling very, very confident with my choice. I'm like, okay, let's start the infantry engagement. I'm gonna send my Chosen Swords up into his Persian Hoplites. Not sure if this would be the best choice, or like first go in with a Heavy Horse to crush his infantry force even harder. But I guess this way is also alright. Now he's making a mistake here. He's sending Hillmen in unsupported. I guess this wouldn't be so bad if the follow-up was there, but there's no follow-up for him, so my Chosens will crush the Hillmen really quickly, and then they should be able to get extra charges off on the Persian Hoplites. Actually, they won't be able to, because this Hillman is still on the field. But this Chosen gets a free charge onto the Persian Hoplites, free jabs too. Same thing over here. So these engagements will go really well for me against the Persian Hoplites. Same thing over here. I'm not using the cavalry at the moment, but I'm trying to go through. And you'll see what actually happens to the Heavy Horse as I try to go through. It's going, it's going, it's going, and it gets stuck, unfortunately for me. I try to go through, but at this point it's far too late, so I decide, okay, let's go for a rear charge. No, it's too late, let's pull back, and I do actually get jabs into my Heavy Horse. Good move by Gimmetoro over there, actually. My Chosens here, again, they're destroying Persian Hoplites. Same thing over here. His thoraxes aren't supporting at the moment, and my guys are actually active, whereas his thoraxes are fresh, and he's fighting downhill. So that's really good for him. But here I have Levy Freeman in support. You will see the jabs. They're actually doing air throws here. But here, look at these cataphracts taking so much damage to javelins. Already 50 remaining. Also some javelins by these Levy Freeman into this cataphract general. Now I will support with Heavy Freeman. Wow, Heavy Horse. The center engagement and the engagements on the flanks, I believe, are looking very good for me. These Levy Freemen here are going to do really well against cataphracts and median cav. The Heavy Horse will not allow his cataphracts to pull out. Got Spear Warriors over here. Cavalry counter tactics popped here. Will do a lot of damage to his median cav and heavy Hellenic cataphract general. Nice jabs by the Spear Warriors onto the Skirmish Cavalry as well. Does actually rout a Levy Freeman, and he pulls out, and I actually don't think I have a proper charge order or something here. He's gonna pull out and then get another charge in, so this is good for him. No, he doesn't actually go for another charge. But again, the melee engagement is going really well for me. Here I'm making a mistake. I'm not actually microing these units out of shield wall to continue chasing his infantry. But you can see very clearly that at this point, like, his cataphracts are getting caught, his median cav is getting destroyed. Overall, like, I caught the cataphracts with Heavy Horse. He's gonna have to pull out, or he's gonna go for actual charge into these Spear Warriors, but they're gonna be able to throw jabs. Look at this cataphracts, they're already down so many men. And here I make an interesting move. He actually pulled the Thorax Swordsman and tried to go through the center to face this Levy Freeman, but I pulled it away, and then I turned it around the Chosen Swordman that engaged the Thorax, charged into the Thorax over here, and then got another Heavy Horse and a Noble Horse. So this Thorax is dead, no question about it. Also gonna get his general with the Heavy Horse and Levy Freeman. We've got Levy Freeman going around, Heavy Horse as well. This Heavy Horse will be able to go for the Persian Light Archers here. Shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. To kill them, I mop up the rest of his cavalry too. He does have this one Thurius over here, which could do some damage for him, throwing jabs into the rear of my Chosen Swords. That's good for him. Look at them keep throwing. They're throwing a lot of jabs. And here I do get my Heavy Horse into the rear. I kill his Light Archers and devastating charge into Persian Hoplites. At this point, I would say it's basically GG, as I've got more Chosen Swords coming around, and as well as Levy Freeman, they're gonna throw more jabs into these Thuro Spears, as if Chosen Swordsmen fighting them wasn't enough. So again, you can see Heavy Horse charging in, pulling out, charging in, pulling out with Frenzied Charge as well. These Thoraxes will not hold for long. Chosen Swordsman, lots of kills here. And he is fighting downhill, so that is one good thing for him, but at this point he doesn't really have enough units to actually pull off a victory. So another Frenzied Charge into the Thoraxes. The charge kind of doesn't really connect properly, as you can see here. There are some weird issues with charging and then like units getting stuck too much, but yeah, you can see now that his units are wavering because of army losses, and all units have Seleucid route off the field, and that is basically game. Since it's a best of one, I advance to the next round. No, as for this tournament, there's another interesting rule. You cannot use the same faction again ever in the tournament. So basically, I can't use Arverni anymore throughout the whole tournament. So that is an interesting thing. Arverni is pretty strong though, so I'm quite sad that I can't use them anymore, but still. Anyway, I have 5 Levy Freemen that did really well here. Those guys did a lot of damage. Spear Warriors crushed the cavalry that he had with cavalry counter tactics. They're really strong units. And I still have javelins. They're basically slightly upgraded versions of Levy Freemen. That is what Spear Warriors are. Still not as cost effective as Levy Freemen, but hey, they're really good and they can destroy cavalry much better. The Chosens, all of them did extremely well, I would say, besides this one, but I think it's one of them that got shot by Thuro Spears or something, and it took a lot of damage. As for the Heavy Horse, they did work, but I mismicroed them quite a bit. As you can see, these two were heavily mismicroed. And my opponent's Cataphracts, I mean, yeah, they got 80 kills and 122 kills. Might look like a lot, but actually it's just on Levy Freeman, so it's not cost effective for him. Well, mostly Levy Freeman, some Heavy Horse, and some Spear Warriors, but definitely not good use of the Hellenic Cataphracts, I guess. Beating Cavalry didn't do too much either. Skirmisher Cavalry, only 1 kill. Kind of pitiful Skirmisher Cavalry efficiency. Just 1 kill and didn't really do anything, but I guess he was being very annoying with it, so that was one thing. But a huge problem for him was the Skirmisher component. These 3 Persian Light Archers, they got 1 kill in total between the 3 of them. That is a kill on Levy Freeman. Besides that, they didn't do anything else, like maybe a little of HP damage, but they did almost nothing this whole game, so they were kind of wasted. And similar thing with the Hillmen, you can see both of them getting 0 kills. Yeah, you can argue that, okay, they got some HP damage done by charging in, but I don't think it's they did what they were supposed to do at all. I don't think that's really worth it. Same thing with Persian Hoplites. They got destroyed by Chosen Swordsmen, and they only got a few kills. Like the best unit got 25 kills against Chosen Swordsmen. So that was pretty bad for the Chosen, not for the Thoraxes, but for the Persian Hoplites. Follow up with Thoraxes. They were able to do better against Chosen Swordsmen because the Chosens actually went through Hillmen, then they went through Persian Hoplites. So the Thoraxes were able to trade not too badly against the Chosens, but still, like, the Chosens still actually more cost efficient units than Thoraxes, and I do believe that they beat Thoraxes. Xuros did interesting things, probably the best units out of his roster, I suppose, in terms of cost efficiency. Like, they threw jabs into the rear of my Chosens. But that is game. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.